I will narrate another story that will explain to you what blockchain technology is. My attempt is to weave the technology and its various dimensions into simple stories that will de-glamorize the technology itself. So friends, brace yourself. In a story that's a little far-fetched, it is said that Sir Isaac Newton, the great physicist, was also the inventor of the cat door. The anecdote takes us to a lab in the Cambridge University where he performed his experiments. It is said Newton requested a local carpenter to make 2 holes in the door, a larger one for the mother cat and a smaller one for her offspring, when constantly interrupted by the scratches of the cats on the door. However, people reminisced that the smaller hole was never used, since the little kittens prefer to follow their mother and pass through the one that is larger. Well, the cat door has arrived and the traffic has commenced. As a matter of fact, no one owns it, so no one can be booked. But why book anyone? Blockchain technology is not only about bitcoins, though everyone identifies it with bitcoins. One unit of the cryptocurrency or the bitcoin a couple of months ago surpassed $43,000 for the first time. What is most interesting is that since the time it existed, a decade back, 2009 to be precise, it has appreciated several times that virtual paupers would have been virtual millionaires today. $1,000 in Bitcoin invested in 2010 would now be about 36.7 million pounds. Even then, how wonderful it would be if we could track balances stored in different currencies all in one. But then, this would need a cryptocurrency wallet that uses a Bitcoin blockchain. Often managing bank guarantees is a huge problem, giving rise to several frauds and scams. A cooperative venture between the Israeli bank and the Microsoft precisely is creating such a blockchain system that manages the bank guarantees. Barclays, the corporate bankers, are even developing several blockchain initiatives required for tracking financial transactions, compliance and combating fraud. Nearer home, even Reliance Industries has announced launching Zeocoin, a cryptocurrency of its own. Blockchain is not a smokescreen. On the contrary, it is completely clean. It is honest and through its distributed ledger is the most credible tool. It's an awesome technology and as Tyler Winklevoss states, it's a mathematical framework that is free of politics and human error. If Harshad Mehta, Nirav Modi and Vijay Mallya use the fraudulently obtained depository receipts, loans, LOUs or LCs, a bigger question that vexes a thinking mind is what was the fraud if the DRs, the LCs and the loans were in the first place approved by the bankers and the regulators, with no mechanism to check who was using which document to obtain a loan or a letter of credit or a DR. The regulator cannot be allowed to merely scream foul and sit on the jury rather than be the co-accused. Blockchain is one cat door for the one parent transaction that can track all the kittens going in or out with date, time and even biometrics to authenticate movement to ensure that there is no alibi or alias entertained. Though on a different note, Baskin's new digital currency called dollar CAD actually foreign currency allows its users buy merchandise from Baskin's Big Cat Rescue Animal Sanctuary in the United States. Actually, CryptoKitties, a game, makes use of Ethereum's blockchain. It uses Ethereum's smart contracts to enable merchandising between owners of kitties, so much so that individual CryptoKitties have sold for more than $3 lakh a piece, with the average sale price for a CryptoKitty being $65.76. There are several interesting areas of application, and why not explore a few of them? COVID has vexed all of us. It has left us no credible plan for mitigating its ill effects. Why not see if blockchain can help? Can we put the data pertaining to disease outbreak onto a blockchain to increase the efficacy of disaster relief and response? ICMR must surely be interested in such an effort. Decentralized blockchain patient records, if created, can help track the progress of patients after they leave the hospital. Again, relief measures can be calibrated in these COVID times. In fact, MedRec is an MIT project that involves blockchain electronic medical records that manage authentication, confidentiality, and data sharing. A vexed area is trading in derivatives and other financial instruments like bonds, commodities, currencies, interest rates, market indices, and stocks in a centralized ecosystem. They are high risk for sure. Their high volatility exposes them to potentially huge losses. The speculative features only increase the risk. Centralized trading was never easy. Can we make predictions about real events and create a decentralized ecosystem? Absolutely possible with a blockchain technology. Augur, an ERC20 token, allows the creation of blockchain-based predictions of markets that can mitigate the risks involved. Marine insurance covers cargo losses or damage caused to vessels or ships, cargo terminals, and other transport where goods are transferred or acquired between different points of origin and their destinations. This is a vexed area with claims and counterclaims based on jurisdictions and so on. Maersk, the shipping and transport consortium, is developing a blockchain solution for streamlining marine insurance. Similarly, can we create smart contracts that become active and operative when a network consensus agrees that conditions have been met? Incidentally, consensus algorithm is extremely important in blockchain technology. Eternity Blockchain, an airline-based scalable smart contract platform, does that through blockchain. Not just that, it then allows automated payments to be made when parties agree that conditions have been met. Even the entertainment industry has multiple areas of applications. Kodak has a blockchain system for tracking intellectual property rights and payments to photographers. Further, recording and tracking royalties for musicians, as well as allowing them to create a record of ownership of their work, is all possible on blockchain. As Vitalik Buterin, co-founder of Ethereum, says, whereas most technologies tend to automate workers on the periphery doing menial jobs, blockchains automate away from the center. And instead of putting a taxi driver out of job, blockchain puts Uber out of job and lets the taxi drivers work with the customers directly. With so much happening on blockchain, can the government of India not investigate opportunities across health records, shipping, business, registration, governance, and many other areas? They must create new data centers to move public records onto the blockchain, must collaborate with electronic giants like Samsung to create blockchain solutions for public safety and transport applications. As people outreach programs, the government must enable pensions using blockchain technology to record and administer benefit payments. Let's not wish away this technology. It's here to stay, and it has its share of disadvantages. The banks may not be very happy and may wish the technology disappears, for they stand to lose out playing the middleman role. Be that as it may, let's adopt and benefit. The industry is transforming, and so are job skills. Old markets are saturated. New employment opportunities have to be created. Here is an opportunity. And to top it all, a cat has 9 lives and many more kittens to give birth to. Prudency dictates that we must be ready when the next litter arrives, and rest assured it is on its way. Friends, that is all for this Saturday. Hope you enjoyed my take on explaining blockchain in ways you may not have thought of. The next Saturday, I'll be back again with another episode on the technology of blockchain. Until then, thank you, Dhanyavad and Namaskar.